Thanks for listening to our daily Bible reading lesson. Today's lesson is Step Up from Joshua 1 through 5. When I was growing up, my father, he wanted to make sure that his children realized a couple of things in life. He wanted us to realize how important we were, the abilities we had, that we could achieve anything, that we were important to the family, we were important to society, we were important to everything that we put our mind to. But he also wanted us to realize not to be lifted up with pride. I can remember times him looking and saying, "Hey, son, get that cup of water." You get a cup of water, and he says, "Put your finger in it." You put your finger in it. He says, "Pull it out. Pull it out." He says, "You see that hole there?" I said, "There isn't a hole." He said, "That's right." He said, "That's how much you'll be missed whenever you leave that job you think you're so important in." Well, he wanted us to realize that life is going to go on with or without us. But while we were here, do what you can. You are important. I see in the book of Deuteronomy, you find as we looked and we saw last reading and day before yesterday that Moses died. And you look in chapter 34 and it says in verse 10, "There arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face." And you think about that. You think about here's Moses, he died. And how's anything going to go on without him? How can we go on? Moses was an amazing, great man. His character, his qualities, everything about him. But you go to chapter 1 of Joshua in our reading yesterday, and it starts with an amazing statement. It says, "Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead." Well, he didn't stop there. He could have stopped and said, "I'm sorry, we can't go on. There's no way to go on because this great man has died. There's nobody to fill his shoes, nobody to take his place." But what he told Joshua was, "Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I give to them, even to the children of Israel." You look, and he told Joshua. Joshua knew well the greatness of Moses. Joshua knew well the abilities he had, what he had accomplished for God. But God looks and he says, no matter how great Moses was, you're great too. I need you. You go, you lead these people, you fill the gap. We look and throughout the scriptures, you find the great ones die. It's a fact. Hebrews 9 and verse 27, it's appointed unto man once to die. There are times whenever people fail to fulfill what they have begun or fail to even start it. 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 12, it can happen to anybody. Let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. You get over the New Testament, you think about, for example, the great apostle Paul. Paul, an amazing man, so many abilities. In 2 Timothy 4, he says, "I'm ready to be offered. Time of my departure is at hand." And Timothy, of course, he thought, well, everything's ended, nothing can go on. No, he knew better than that. He had been groomed, he had been encouraged by Paul. Timothy was told, in essence, "I'm going to die. You know what you need to do? Preach the word. Stand up. It's time for you to fill the gap." Whenever Paul wrote to the young man Titus, he told him too, "I left you there. I'm not with you. You fill the gap." Whenever Paul wrote to Timothy, remember he told about how from a babe he had known the scriptures that were able to make him wise unto salvation. Earlier he had talked about the fact that he learned these things not from his father. Timothy's father didn't step up as he should be. But you know who did? Lois and Eunice, his mother and his grandmother. I mean, you go on, and you see that, yes, people fail, people die, but that doesn't stop what God wants to be done And he counts on us, just like he told Joshua, Moses is dead. You step up. Today we look and, it may be in our personal life, maybe in the congregation we're a part of, some great person passes away. They lose abilities. They lose desire. The work doesn't stop if we step up. We need to realize our importance. We need to make sure that we don't get a big head ourselves thinking, well, nothing can go on without me, because I got news for you. Go get that cup of water, put your finger in it, and pull it out. Oh, you may be missed, but the gap will be filled. Because you know what I've found out through life? There are always Joshuas. There are always the people that were with Joshua. There are always people who realize their role. They might not be another person like Moses or like you or like me, but they're great in the eyes of God as they do his will, as they lead people through the promised land on this earth and towards that heavenly home. I pray that each one of us realizes how great we can be if we step up, and we realize how we need to groom others, just as Moses did Joshua, just as others have done. We need to groove others to step up. You have a great day. Thank you for listening. Thank you again for joining us in this Bible study. We remind you, if you'd like to follow along in our daily Bible reading, the link below in the description of this video will give you the PDF so you can read right along with us. If you have any other questions, or if you'd like information on a Bible study, contact us with the information provided on the screen before you.